I'm going to present the topic on battery overview. Before I go to the slide, overview of the battery. It is a lot of slides and lot of methods and lot of batteries are available. According to the method, according to the inventor, according to the years, you have the various methods of batteries that is available. Then it is going to working depending upon the battery parameters as well as the battery. Who is the inventor? Then what is the chemicals are used? What is the plates are used? How the plates are going to working? But I am going to take for one or two batteries only. How it is going to work? How the electrons move from the positive to negative. It is going to cover. Because of that is no time limit. We want to cover all the topics, but if the time is given only 20 minutes, we want to cover the particular time period, we want to cover only two topics. What is meaning of battery? Why you are go for the battery? Suppose we want to store the electricity. Without that battery, you can't able to store the electricity. Then that is the purpose you go for the battery. First one is that battery consists of two or more electric cells. First, it is a cells. You have to mention the electric cells. If you want to maintain each battery, you have cells. According to the cells, you are going to design. According to the cells, you are going to design the voltage. Cells only going to design the battery, as well as the cells only is going to design how much amount of output voltage in that particular battery. Then next one is the cells convert chemical energy into electrical energy. You know that what is the generator, what is the motor, what is the motor is converted into electrical energy and mechanical energy. It is also converted. Then generator is converted mechanical energy into electrical energy. But it is not stored the energy. But it is the battery only store the energy. Then how the energy is stored in the battery? It's a chemical, in terms of chemical energy, you are going to store the energy in batteries. The chemical energy converted into electrical energy in terms of some chemical reactions. Let's say if you want to store the energy in batteries, this is the electrical energy converted into chemical energy using some chemical reactions. Everyone know about that battery? You have to cover the energy stored using the chemical energies, not for directly stored in electrical energies. Then next one is the cells consist of positive and negative electrodes. You have to same as you have to consistently. Then you have to find out the positive and negative. You have to one page is positive, another one is negative. According to that, you have to decide how many plates you have inserted for the particular cells. How many plates inserted for the particular cells? Then only you are going to design the output for the your battery. It is going to design the cells consist of positive and negative electrodes. Then the next one is the chemical reaction. Already we told it is the converted chemical energy into electrical energy. Then it is a chemical reaction between the electrodes and the electrolyte, which generates the DC electricity. It is a you have to find out chemical reaction. Chemical reaction between the your electrodes and electrolyte. In between the two things, you have some chemical reaction happen. From the chemical reaction, your output is the DC electricity. If you want to store the energy in terms of DC only, from the factor we want the energy stored in terms of DC. That is the factor for it is the purpose of you go for the battery. Then how the energy stored in this? This is the history of batteries. This olden days how the batteries are started. In 18 the batteries are silver zinc. It is a voltaic paint. It is the inventor of this in this battery. Then it is a 1836. So then itself is a copper zinc battery. So after 36 years is going to invent the next battery. So next battery is invented is meaning of some different chemicals if you are used to, then you have to battery is invented. But the next one is the 1859. After that 20 years you are going to invent the new battery. This is a rechargeable lead acid battery. Now we are going to mostly use all the places using this type of battery is a rechargeable lead acid battery. It is invented by Lead. Next one is the 1868. It is a carbon zinc wet cell battery. Already the previous all the batteries are not for wet cell battery. These are only for the wet cell battery. Invented by the 1868. After that it is a carbon zinc dry cell battery. These are only wet cell battery and is a dry cell battery. What is the main difference between the two things? Is a wet cell battery is always some amount of chemicals is needed. Then using this chemical it is going to work. It is not a fully liquid. But this is a dry cell battery. This chemical is added with your cell itself. This will go into the dry conditions. Again, if you want to add some more amount of chemical, then it is going to work at the time of around 1888. Then it is also commercial flashlight diesel battery. This also is one type of battery. It is under the is a lead acid battery. but it is also drawback at the time of inverter. It is more amount of chemical wastage and also it is affected by the flashlight. Then go for the 1899. This is a nickel cadmium cell. It is also one of the chemical battery. It is compared to the lead acid battery on other batteries. This efficiency is more. But initial cost is also high for nickel cadmium battery compared to all other batteries. It is also battery is the in 1946 only skilled nickel cadmium battery. It is a new battery is invented. It is a nickel cadmium battery is invented by the 1946. In 1960 it is a rechargeable nickel cadmium battery. But this one is the only if you are used. Suppose we are using a A cell and a AAA cells. This type of battery is using the nickel cadmium. But cost is more, very less amount of rating. It is only 1.5 volts or 2 volt. But if you are using more amount of cost is invented. The next one is a rechargeable one. The same battery, how it is going to recharge. Compared to this battery is more amount of cost. So the next one is the 1970s. It is a lithium sealed lead acid. It is also same. We want to replace the lead acid. It is not possible for this method. These are lithiums are used the same as it is a lead acid also used, but it is a fully molded. Only use this battery is only you are not able to recondition for this battery. In the 1990s, nickel metal hydrogen battery. Compared to nickel cadmium battery, it is more cost because of you are using the metal hydride. It is a more cost compared to this one. Then it is 1991, it is a lithium ion. Then it is a rechargeable alkaline battery. Then lithium ion polymer battery. These are the history of batteries. When the battery is invented, after that you have to slowly is going to invent lot of batteries according to your chemical reaction, according to the voltage, according to the size and design is going to vary the battery sizes. Then it is a battery characteristics. Before that you are going to study anything, what is the characteristics of the batteries? One is the physical. What is the physical characteristics? We want to design the battery. In the world level, if you want to design the battery according to the AAA, AA, C and D battery. AAA is batting up according to the rating of the battery, voltage as well as the current rating. It is a physical configuration. Next one is a energy density. Then next one is then what is the chemical is in your battery. Then particular chemical is also energy density. According to the density of the chemical is going to vary the output voltage. Voltage is meaning of that how much amount of load is connected. Then it is a energy density watts per kg. Then it is a energy density. Then it is a longevity. Longevity is meaning of the capacity and the number of charging cycles. What is the capacity? Then you know that battery rating capacity is the ampere per hours. Then you have to measure AX. It's ampere hour for a train of C per it's a capacity divided by 10 or 20 degrees Celsius. Then another one parameter is the battery. Main thing is temperature. Where your battery is placed in home or in vehicle or in your open places. According to the natural temperature or external temperature, it is going to be. Then it is a number of cycles recharging. Then it is a charging. Then it is the life cycle of the battery. It is a life cycle of the battery. What is how to design? It is a long time period. It is a short time period. Number of time charging, number of time recharging. It is called as a cycles. Because of the DC only in battery is only in stored energy in terms of DC. Then however its cycle is presented cycle in terms of charging as well as the discharging. Next one is the discharge characteristics. It is a voltage drop. Suppose the voltage is only for 12 voltage or 8 voltage, 10 voltage. According to the voltage, how much load is connected. It is a 10 ampere hour. If you want to connect 10 amps, only the battery dissolves the energy 1 hour. This is the discharge characteristics for the terms of voltage drop. These are the further characteristics. One is the cost wise. Then behavioral factors. Then environmental factors. Then it's a behavioral factors, temperature and already told according to the temperature is going to vary, then it's a life cycle also vary. Then self-discharge. Suppose you are not connecting anything, the load is 0. So ideally battery is kept on the places. Until then slowly the battery charges are discharged. Because of energy stored in terms of chemical only. In terms of chemical only. Then only slowly the chemical factor for the particular material is going to slowly discharge. Then self-discharge is going to increase. This one is the memory effect. Memory effect is meaning of stored effect. Suppose the battery is kept without that any discharge, the battery kept very long time period. After if you want to charge the battery, in the charge energy is also not for 100%. 90 or 70, 80, this amount of percentage only you have to store the energy. Definitely the life cycle is also going to reduce. Then environmental factors, leakage, gassing and toxicity. This also you have to consider the leakage factor, then gassing factor, then toxicity factor. These are the factors you have to consider. Then salt resistance. Some it is an internal resistance also you have to consider. How much amount of energy stored, then how much amount of load is also considered. This is the battery parameters. Then it is first one is a cell and battery voltages. How many cells you have to place it? Then what is the total battery voltage across your battery? Next one is the charge. This is in ampere hour. It is in terms of capacity. Then there is a energy stored. How much amount of energy stored in terms of chemical factor. Next specific energy. This is also same factor in terms of chemical. Now to chemical reaction. What is the intensity of the chemical? Then it is the energy density. It is also based on the chemical factor as well. Then specific power, ampere hour, efficiency. In terms of it is the ampere hour in terms of capacity, ampere hour in terms of efficiency. It is a discharge. Next one is the energy efficiency. How much amount of load is connected? How long period the battery is also working? How many times you have to charging and discharge? Next, self-discharge rates. Suppose your battery is kept on without any load conditions. How long period is going to maintain a charging? Next, battery geometry. Then is the battery temperature, then heating and cooling needs. Next, battery life and number of deep cycles. These are all the parameters you have to consider. Now you are going to one by one. You have to discuss about the various parameters. Go to start with the cell and battery circuits. How do you have to maintain? You have to use these cells. These are number of cells are contained series. You have to maintain the voltage. Some internal resistance. Then you have the externally loaded. Now the voltage across your battery is E minus I into R. So I into R is the internal resistance. E is the number of cells are connected. Then output is of the battery is also V. Then V is made with the E minus IR. The cells can be connected in series to give the overall output voltage is required. How many cells you are increasing, corresponding output voltage is also increasing. Next is a charge in ampere hour capacity. In terms of charge is in terms of coulombs, but if you want to ampere hour, because of battery stored energy in terms of chemical, we have called it by the coulombs. But the output is in terms of voltage, then load is also converted in terms of current. Then only you take an ampere hour. How much amount of amps is connected? According to that, we have the number of loads are connected. Then the ampere is designed to given the power supply. Then it is an ampere hour. This is energy stored. Normally, in terms of the energy stored in terms of joules, because of that, in terms of chemical energy, you have taken by the terms of joules. But in battery, you have taken by instead of joules, you have watt hour. Because I already told it is an ampere per hour. 1 hour, how much amount of power is delivered in terms of current. Then only taken by that watt hour, you have to taken by that your battery ratings. From the ratings, you have watt hour is equal to 360 joules. So 1 watt hour is equal to 360 joules. Then you have to how the watt hour is calculated. Then the 360 joules are calculated. You have to do voltage into ampere hours. It is a capacity of the your total capacity of the your battery. It is a voltage. Suppose total voltage 120 ampere per hour or it is 100 ampere per hour. You have to multiply the two things. Then it is a watt hour. This is a specific energy. Normally the specific energy is meaning of the in kilogram. Where you are going to kilogram? How much amount of chemical energy you have to add corresponding your number of cells are connected. Then it is a number of cells is also calculated by individual cells. Number of plates are you have to connect. According to that you have to mass, battery mass. Then you have to kilogram. But in units you have to take by the watt hour by kg. This is a per kg. Per kg how much amount of increase voltage you have to connect. This is the energy density. It is actually is energy density. It is a terms of cubic meter. But it is not a cubic meter because of the intensity. Okay, intensity of the chemical we are going to calculate it. But it is not the intensity of the chemical. This output is in terms of that your parameters. Electrical parameter is whatever per meter cube. Specific power. What is the specific power? It is what is the output power of the power of in terms of the chemical you have to take away the kilogram. How much amount of this chemical is added? According to the cell, if you want the ratio is also maintained. Then you have to draw the diagram. It is a specific power. Here the specific energy. Then the specific power is more at the time of the specific energy is also less. Because of the all the energies are dissipated according to the plates. Then you have to go to store in terms of chemical energy. Then you have to is going to increasing. Then your specific power is going to reduce. Then you have to de-energize. Then the chemicals are you have to diluted, then you have to go into the increasing for the specific energy of the particular chemical. Then ampere or charging. This is ampere efficiency. Previous one is the ampere hour. This is the capacity of the battery. Now it is the efficiency of the battery. It is a what is how to calculate. What is meaning of ampere efficiency? How many times if you are using? If you are using 100 ampere hour, the next time you are charging, it is a not for 100 ampere hour, 99 ampere hour. Then if the efficiency of the battery is going to down, then it is also mentioned by 100% efficiency or is a less than of 100% efficiency. If your battery is go than less than 20%, totally the battery is waste. Because of all the chemicals are diluted, it is not for the particular intensity. The same band area, if you are storing the energy for 100 ampere hour, it is stored only for the 20, less than 20 ampere hour is storing. Then the energy efficiency. This is another parameter. What is the energy efficiency? What is the load is connected? Load is in terms of voltage, but your efficiency in terms of the chemical factor. Both of us you have to consider. Then we have the ratio of the electrical energy supplied by the batch. How much amount of electrical energy is supplied corresponding your in terms of chemical energy. How much amount of chemical is added. Then you have to calculate both of us. From that factor you have to count in energy efficiency factor. Next one is self-resource factor. Already told it is a without that any loader it is an unused condition. So mentioned by unused condition, the battery slowly is going to dissolve. It is a self-dissolves. And at the time of how long period is going to kept in a charging full conditions. It is called as a self-dissolve rates. According to the temperature is also going to vary. Already told where the battery is placed. According to the temperature, natural temperature or external temperature, the battery is also going vary the self-dissolve rates. Then battery geometry. It is also considered as one is a round, rectangular, parametric and hexagonal. It is also you have to consider what is your requirement. You have to design the batteries. Then you have to cell is also design. Now you know about that. The cell is also called as the one is the high tension battery. It is a low tension battery. Another is also called as a tubular battery. Then there is a round, then rectangle. What is the type of your plates you have to design? According to that, your battery name is also varying. Then it is another factor is considered with height and length. Then if you want to increase the current rating, it is a capacity rating. Then you have to increase the height, length and length. Then battery temperature, heating and cooling. Then same as the ambient temperature. You have to run the battery at ambient temperature. There is no problem. The lifetime period also increasing. Your number of life cycles also increasing. But it is a low temperature also somewhat affected with the battery because of the chemical reaction is not properly done. The output is also slow and output also you have to somewhat lesser than voltage. What is the voltage you have to maintain for that particular. Then battery temperature and cooling also needed. If you want to maintain the battery temperature, what is the temperature if you want to maintain? Over temperature also evaporate some amount of chemicals. Then it is a less cooling also it is a dilution the problem. You have the chemical reaction problem also there. Then it is a heating. Then it is automatically the battery got somewhat heat is also producing because of the chemical reaction continuously charging as well as dissolving. Then if you want to proper ventilation also provided by your battery, then it is very safe and it is your efficiency is going to increase. Battery life and number of cycles. Already you have to mention number of slides, number of times you have to charging and discharging is going to be the same. Go to the first one is a lead acid battery. For the lead acid battery, is only some negative and positive plates. The two plates are there. One is a positive plate, one is a negative plate. For the positive plate, it is a lead dioxide you have to provide. For your negative plates, it is a spongy lead you have to provide. Combine the two things. You have some chemicals is added. It is a lead acid you want to add. At the time of using the lead acid, this chemical reaction is happening. It is a chemical reaction. It is a disulfuric acid. Is going to add. It is a lead oxide. One is a lead and one is a lead oxide. From that sulfuric acid is going to energy is delivered from the negative to positive. Electron flow from the negative to positive. How the electrons is flowing? How the electron is going for negative to positive. One is this negative plate, it is a positive plate. In between the load is also connected. Now the electrons move from in this direction. It is a 2 is the electron is moving towards in this direction. Then it is going to close. How it is going to close using this chemical reaction? But lead acid is also used. Then it is this plate is called as a negative plate. This is the positive plate. From the negative plate is going to positive plate. Is the electron is moving is plate. When in between you have to connect the one load. Suppose without load condition, how the self-dissolve is happening? without load condition. The chemical intensity, okay, suppose the chemical intensity is going to reduce, is automatically dilute the chemical intensity, then it is affected by the self-discharge. It is a charging. When the charging is what happening? When the charging, the flow direction for, they have to opposite. It is a positive, negative. The electrons again, you have to move to from the positive plate to again to negative plate. Negative electron charges back from the left circuit to the left. Then it is a positive plate charges back from the left self plate to left. Then you have to, all the changes are happening. Then you have to electrons to in this direction. You have to get from the in this direction. Then is a fully charged condition. What happens? Is a gassing reaction. Additionally, you have gassing reaction is after full charging. Then you have to accelerate. You have to given at the time of 40 hours of release. This is oxygen is going to deliver. Then you have to carefully check once the battery is fully charged. If you want to disconnect the battery, it is very safer, and if you want to increase the lifetime period. Otherwise, some amount of O2 is also released. This is oxygen also released from that your chemicals. It is affected by your battery life cycles. Then if you want to, after filling of energy stored in this battery, you have to remove the charging points, or you have to cut off the charging points. It is very safer problem. And it is a lifetime, then efficiency factor for chemical, you have to use, but all the things you have to increase. Then the previous charging, discharging and fully charging you have to see. Then according to all the things, you have to parameters for the lead acid batteries you have to consider. For all the parameters, it is specific energy density, then specific power, then the nominal cell voltage, then it is an ampere efficiency, internal resistance, all these you have to consider. It is a standard one. It is a weighted standard one. According to in this standard, we are going to design the battery. What is the resistance value of this lead acid battery? It is a 0.02. It is a normal. This value is fixed. According to this value, you are going to choose your plates. Then the plates, you have to, some you have to chemicals also, you have to lead acid also, you have to prepare. According to that value, you are going to the chemical. You have to go to the lead acid also prepare. Then it is a specific energy. It is also 20 to 30%. You have to chemical. Then it is also energy density about 50 to 95. It is a watt per liter. How much amount of it is the energy density. Density is also it's mentioning of the density of the chemical factor. Next battery is a nickel based batteries. Based on the previous lead acid, now it is a nickel. It is a, what are the batteries available? One is a nickel ion, nickel zinc, nickel cadmium, and nickel metal hydride. All the 4 types of batteries available under the nickel based batteries. But it is compared to the previous one, it is a very good efficiency factor. But it is a cost wise is also more compared to previous batteries. Then it is the energy stored in this batteries also higher than compared to previous amount of that. Next one is it is a definition is being made NiCl. It is a nickel hydrodioxide. It is used in this chemical they want to store the energy. One is a positive plate, another is a metallic cadmium used by the negative plates. Both are used due to the chemical reaction. It is a cadmium, it is H2 also added, then it is a nickel oxidioxide. Then it is both of these combined, then it got the energy is delivered. How the energy is delivered? Same discharging factor. There are 2 things in between. You have to H2 also you have to mentioning factor. Then you have to electrons move from the 2e to in this direction. The same as for the discharging factor, all the factors are considered, parameters are considered for nickel cadmium batteries. You have to all the are considered. Now from the nickel cadmium battery, our internal resistance is 0.06. This is previous one is 0.022, but we have to consider as 0.06 per cell. You have to maintain per cell. You have to maintain. Then you have to all the things you have to consider down. It is a recharge time is also 1 hour. Rapid charge is 60%. The capacity of the 20 minutes. The previous one is more than that of your nickel cadmium battery. Then there is a nickel metal hydride batteries. Compared to previous one battery, it is using a nickel cadmium. Now it is a nickel metal hydride is used. Then the nickel metal hydride, where you have to place it, that is a hydrogen is on the metal hydride is used. This upper plate, if you want to replace that is normal thing, if you are using the metal, then it is also metal hydride if you are using. They are free from cadmium. So cadmium somewhat affect, it is a cost wise and some more compared to your metal. You have to replace that your cadmium for the metal hydride. This is a discharge rating of the in this battery. This is the your metal plate. It's a metal alloy spongy. If you are using to deliver, then you have to in this plate is started from the plate. You have to say working principle is following previous nickel cadmium battery, but if you are using that, then it is also lifetime increasing compared to another battery. Because the previous one is cadmium is using, we want to replace the cadmium for the metal alloy, is a only spongy type. Then it is a various parameters or internal resistance also same because of your chemicals and weights are the same. There is no difference. Then some other batteries we want to discuss about. One is the sodium based batteries, sodium sulfur batteries. Then it is a sodium metal chloride. These are also zebra batteries. Then it is a lithium based batteries also. The lithium polymer battery and the lithium ion battery. Then it is a metal ion batteries. It is a aluminum ion battery. Then it is a zinc ion batteries. These are various types of batteries. The previous one is also here only based on the chemical energy. Now this is a chemical batteries. It is a lithium based batteries. Tracer battery. Then it is also aluminum and zinc. It is only by the without that you are not for use by the liquid chemicals. It is only by the solid chemicals we are using the two things. Then you have to convert the chemical energy into electrical energy. But it is a lifetime it is also high compared to your previous batteries, but it is a cost base is more. Then the two batteries, it is a cadmium battery and the lead acid batteries. If you want to replace, you have to recondition, but it is not a recondition. Two things are, it's not a recondition batteries. Then equal charge equalization. How we have to charge equalization? It is the cell A, it is a slow discharge. Then it is a cell B. It is a one battery you have to choose. For all the cells are they slowly discharge. What is the energy stored in this battery? But it is a fully discharge. It is a very quick discharge. More amount of load is connected. Maybe if you want to discharge some amount of energy, then it is what is a lifetime period. That is the 100% both hours charging is fully charged. Now you want 50% discharge. At the time of in this battery is going to discharge only for the 48%. Because due to the chemical reaction, for 10% you have to losses. If you want to 50% discharge, but 10% losses. But if you want to slowly discharge for the battery output, then it is only 2%. Again, it is a 50% charge is replaced. Again, if you want to charge after 50% of discharging, again if you want to charge the battery, we want to charge only for 90%. You can't able to achieve for the 100%. Because of that, the chemical reaction is not placed properly. Then it is also going to 98%. Only 2% is dropped. Then you have 10% dropped. According to that, you have charging and discharging capacity. Once you have to 80%, the slow charging is going to work, but you cannot supply it. Because of the fully the chemicals are diluted. If you want to increase the chemical, then you have to replace it, then you are going to charge. Then it is a comparison in cost rates. In worldwide, you have to cost is compare in terms of US dollars. You have to compare. In the olden days, now it is a lead acid battery. Specific energy is 30, the energy is 70. In specific power, it is 250. Then it is also cost is very less. Cost is very less compared to other batteries. All other batteries, the cost is very less. Then if you want to replace, the maintenance cost is also very less. Next is also nickel cadmium, nickel metal. Then it is also zebra. Then it is a lithium ion. Then zinc ion. All the batteries you have to compare. You have to compare all the batteries. It is only for a specific energy is very less. Then if you want to very quick time, you have to replace that your chemical energy. Then if you want to put for new chemicals, then if you want to store the energy, then same thing in the next part is also energy density. It is also compared to less. Energy density also less because of we are using the lead acid only. Now it is all things are very high energy density. Next one is a specific power. Energy stored in this battery is 250. Compare other batteries, the energy stored is also almost very good factor. But the number of times you have to store and dissolve for in this battery is also high, but it is also very less. That's only it is the only drawback for if you are using the lead acid battery. At the same time, it is a cost base compared to all the other batteries are too much cost compared to your lead acid battery. It is a overview in terms of cost base. You have any questions? We also cover only the two methods. There are a lot of methods available. There is no sufficient time to present all the methods. Because I am preparing almost 80 slides. And all